The bad news keeps coming. As you may be aware, a few weeks ago EA had layoffs, and within those layoffs, people at Respawn got laid off, and even a Titanfall project in development got cancelled. But it gets worse, and it kinda makes me worry for Apex and its future. And it's not just me who's worrying. You see, EA has a bit of a reputation for shutting down studios that they own, and yesterday was no stranger to that because the news came out that EA closed one of their studios, which was Cliffhanger Studios, who were developing the Black Panther Marvel game, which is massively unfortunate for everybody involved. But it gets interesting when you look into the reason EA closed this studio, as when they closed the studio down, they reportedly said to the people working there, "We are doing this to sharpen our focus and put our creative energy behind the most significant growth opportunities," which means they definitely saw the Black Panther game as a bit of a risk. And this behaviour is not surprising at all, considering 2 Titanfall games in the last few years have been cancelled because it's a bit too much of a risk, especially when those people could just be working on Apex, where there's pretty much guaranteed profits with anything you release within it. This whole situation does wrap around back to Respawn, as that night a senior encounter producer at Respawn posted morale has been at an all-time low. I can say that much. In regards to the feelings at Respawn Entertainment, especially the Star Wars bit of it. And I can definitely understand why morale at Respawn would be low. Essentially, over the last few years, all of the projects that they've been working on have been slowly shut down, and they've basically been forced to do stuff that just works, being the Jedi series and also Apex Legends. And I'm sure a lot of you can sympathise on why morale is low at Respawn, because a lot of you are a bit fed up with Apex and would like a new experience within the universe, like a new Titanfall game. And I'm sure Respawn developers would love to work on a new Titanfall game, but right now EA's only really letting them work on what makes money, which is Apex. And it's kind of obvious that this is the truth, because when EA did shut down that studio, they did say they're sharpening their focus to put creative energy in the most significant growth opportunities, and these opportunities are clearly going to be Apex because it makes EA a lot of money, Battlefield because they know that franchise has a lot of love behind it, and if they can make the right game it will go well, and also game series like FC and The Sims. This is where EA is going to be focusing its resources. I guess to some degree as Apex players we can take a bit of a positive from this absolutely terrible situation. The positive being that EA are focusing on Apex, and there has been some level of confirmation that Apex 2.0 is being worked on by Respawn and EA, which is going to be really cool. But right now EA are saying they're expecting 40% less revenue from Apex this year than they got from it last year, so I don't know if they're going to slow down development on Apex while they work on Apex 2.0 as a long-term investment, or just on the whole for Apex they're going to slow and lessen the content output, which could also make sense considering they did recently lay off a lot of Apex devs. Currently Apex is going pretty well. This season right here is one of the first seasons in a very long time that's seen growth, and not only growth, it's maintained a lot of players who want to stick around and play the game. Probably thanks to all of the new cool stuff Respawn have been adding, like the ranked ladders and also the new legends, and also just plenty of cool quality of life features. If Apex does continue with the trajectory that it's at, it is going to continue to succeed and grow. But that's only if EA really want to put effort into Apex. It is clear that Apex earns a hell of a lot for EA and it has so much potential, so I don't see why they would do anything but nurture Apex. It would be so awesome if we got a graphics overhaul, some sort of gameplay overhaul, and maybe a few new map updates. I'm just hoping EA doesn't look at the recent bad performance of Apex and just completely brush it off as a dead franchise, because all of us who still play it know it has so much potential, it just needs a bit more care. But subscribe to stay updated because we truly don't know what's going to happen next.